Welcome to my YouTube channel. Get ready to dive into the captivating world of Wakanda as we break down the plot, characters, and key moments of this film. In the beginning of the movie, Shuri was trying to recreate the herbs after all the herbs in Wakanda were burned by Killmonger. T'Challa is seriously ill right now. Shuri tried to use all the technology in Wakanda but failed. Queen Ramonda came to tell her that T'Challa had died. All the people of Wakanda and relatives of T'Challa were deeply saddened by his death. They took Black Panther's body to his final resting place. A year later, Queen Ramonda attended a meeting of the United Nations. At this meeting, Wakanda was pressured by other nations to share vibranium, as T'Challa promised. Queen Ramonda told them that Wakanda refused to share vibranium with other nations. She feared that vibranium had been misused as a weapon to kill each other. This decision was also made after considering the fact that Wakanda lost Black Panther as her protector, but that didn't mean Wakanda became weak as a nation. Instead, they strengthened their defenses to protect the vibranium as proof that Okoye and the Dora Milaje defeated and arrested the French army that tried to steal the vibranium. Queen Ramonda warned everyone not to underestimate Wakanda, especially not to illegally misuse vibranium. At night, in the Atlantic Ocean, CIA agents used the new vibranium detector in their expedition to find vibranium. In the ocean, using the detection device, when they found the smaller vibranium they were looking for, some divers were ordered to go to the bottom of the ocean to inspect the mine, but not long afterwards, the divers were mysteriously gone. One by one, a few minutes later, the sound of singing came from the bottom of the ocean, and the sound hypnotized all the ship's crew members into jumping into the ocean. Then some mysterious people with blue skin climbed the ship and killed all the CIA agents. Hundreds of people were killed in this incident. Only the leader, Valentina, managed to save herself. After this incident, CIA agents blamed Wakanda for this mass killing. At night, Queen Ramonda asked Shuri to burn the white cloaks with her as a symbol of their acceptance of T'Challa's death, but she reddened this as she was still grieving for him. In the dark, suddenly something came from the lake area. It was Namor, the leader of the blue-skinned people's force, who attacked the CIA agents earlier. Namor came to protest and blamed T'Challa, who revealed the existence of vibranium to the outside world, and because of him, many people tried to steal vibranium even at the bottom of the ocean. He told Queen Ramonda to catch the scientists who invented the vibranium detector. If Queen Ramonda rejects her, Namor and his army will attack Wakanda. The next day, Shuri and Okoye meet with Agent Ross to find out the identities of the scientists mentioned by Namor. They received information from Agent Ross that the scientist who invented the vibranium detector was an MIT student named Riri. Later, Shuri asked Riri to go to Wakanda with them. Before leaving, Riri took Shuri and Okoye to her base to pack her things. She did all her research work there. Shuri and Okoye were stunned by them. Suddenly, the FBI surrounded the various bases. Shuri escaped using a motorcycle, Okoye escaped using Riri's car, and Riri escaped using an Ironheart suit. They managed to escape from the FBI, but they were suddenly attacked by Namor's army. The leaders of the army, Atuma and Namora, killed all the FBI personnel. Okoye was eventually defeated, as she could not fight their entire crew alone. Riri and Shuri were then kidnapped and brought by Namor's army to an underwater kingdom called the Talokanil. In Wakanda, Okoye reported on everything that happened, including that she was defeated by Namor's army while trying to protect Princess Shuri. But Queen Ramonda did not accept her apology, and Okoye was fired. Queen Ramonda visited Nakia, who lived in Haiti. She told her that Shuri had been kidnapped, so she asked for her help in finding Shuri. Nakia received information from the local people about the location of the Talokanil kingdom. Shuri was brought to meet Namor. He told Shuri about his origins. Apparently, Namor's mother lived hundreds of years ago, is pregnant, and is suffering from a mysterious disease. She and other local people were given medicine in the form of a liquid herb found at the bottom of the sea. The herb was similar to the one in Wakanda, except this one was blue. After Namor's mother and the local people drank the remedy, their skin turned blue, and they also couldn't breathe normally in the land. Namor was the first human born after the mysterious incident. Namor grew up as a special child and was gifted with a special superpower and small wings on his feet. Before Namor's mother died, she said she wanted to be buried in her village. Because of that, Namor and others came to the land to bury his mother. But when they arrived at the village, they were surprised to find that many of the villagers had been enslaved by the Spanish colonial army. Namor was enraged when he saw this and killed all of them. Since that incident, Namor has hated the human race. He had a great ambition to rule the world and asked Wakanda to cooperate with him. If Wakanda refused, they would be the first nation to be destroyed by Namor. Then Namor invited Shuri to go see the beautiful view of the Talokanil kingdom. He also gave Shuri a bracelet because she was the first person to see the Talokanil kingdom. During their conversation, Namor suddenly got a call from Queen Ramonda, and it was just a strategy. After Namor left, Nakia came to save Shuri and Riri. What Nakia did was considered a declaration of war by sea. Namor gathered his army to attack Wakanda. In Wakanda, people lived their lives in peace, and M'Baku patrolled the area, and Nakia met Okoye. Namor and his army broke through the Wakandan defense wall and attacked Wakanda from many directions, which caused them trouble. Queen Ramonda ordered her army to evacuate all those who survived this attack. M'Baku tried to fight Namor's army but was eventually defeated by Namor. Shuri came with a plane and shot Namor, but she failed because Namor was moving so fast when he was underwater. Namor attacked them with water, which drowned Queen Ramonda and Riri. Queen Ramonda, who is still conscious, tried to save Riri but unfortunately died because of it. Namor did not regret what he had done. He warned Wakanda that he would return in a week if they refused to bring Riri to him. The death of Queen Ramonda made Shuri the only heir to the throne who was still alive. Shuri was still furious and did not want to mourn for too long. She tried to continue her herb research so she could have the Black Panther's superpower and avenge the Talokanil kingdom. Shuri used a piece of the bracelet that Namor gave her. She thought the bracelet was also made of herbs. Shuri and Riri worked together to create various weapons. Shuri finished a new Dora Milaje suit that was equipped with many weapons and defenses. Riri tried to upgrade the Ironheart suit to be used in the battles. Shuri's efforts were not in vain. She finally found the right recipe to grow the herbs again. Nakia dissolved the herb and gave it to Shuri. According to tradition, Shuri was sent to the ancestral world, but she didn't find Queen Ramonda. Instead, she found her cousin Killmonger. Shuri was surprised and mad when she met Killmonger. She felt like her ancestors had abandoned her. She also despised Killmonger, but Killmonger told her they met there because they had the same ambition for revenge. Killmonger also told her that all the former Black Panthers were weak people, and he burned all the herbs so that there wouldn't be another Black Panther. But now he saw a strong Black Panther in Shuri. After that, Shuri woke up and went crazy because she didn't meet her ancestors. Nakia thought that their experiment had failed, but it turns out that Shuri already has the Black Panther's superpower. Shuri was more convinced that she would get revenge. At first, M'Baku disagreed with Shuri's decision, but she didn't want to listen to him. The next day, the Wakandan army prepared to attack the Talokanil kingdom. They were heading to Talokanil by ship. When they arrived in the middle of the ocean, Shuri lured Namor and his army to go to the surface of the water. The battle between the two kingdoms finally started, and at the beginning of the battle, Wakanda attacked Talokanil tirelessly. They realized that there were many members of Talokanil's army. From other directions, Riri, with her Ironheart, and Shuri, with her Black Panther, fought directly with Namor. Shuri traps Namor by luring him into the plane that she has prepared to defeat him. Shuri planned to take Namor to the desert so they could have a fight there. After finding out that Namor had been captured, M'Baku orders the Wakandan army to retreat, but Namor blows up their ship's machine, so they can't go anywhere. In that situation, the Talokanil army turned things around and surrounded the Wakandan army. At the same time, Namor and Shuri got into a wild fight in the hot desert. Namor was strong. He could still fight and spear Shuri. After that, Namor tried to return to the ocean, as he was in dire need of water. Shuri managed to remove the spear from her body and burn Namor's body. When she tried to kill Namor, she suddenly had a vision from Queen Ramonda. The queen asked Shuri to let Namor go because she didn't want any bloodshed in their battle. Namor eventually submitted to the Shuri and agreed to be a friend of Wakanda. This decision caused the Talokanil army and the Wakanda army to become allies and reconcile with each other. After this, Wakanda finally grew their herbs again. Before leaving Wakanda, Shuri gave Riri a car as a gift. In Talokanil, Namor was mad at Namor for giving up Wakanda. Namor told her that one day Wakanda will need help from the Talokanil because they don't have another ally from the outside world, and we could use this situation to take revenge. In Wakanda, while Shuri was gone, M'Baku usurped the throne. Shuri was visiting Nakia in Haiti, and at that moment she burned the white cloth that her mother wanted back then. It was revealed that she had accepted the deaths of her mother and brother. Apparently, Nakia had a son from T'Challa. She agreed to raise their son in Haiti so he wouldn't be bothered by politics in Wakanda. Their son was named Prince T'Challa. And that's the end of this recap. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more. Thanks for watching and see you at the next one.